like I'm gonna keep going into further detail about it, right? Because it's such an important topic, and I don't know if somebody can like watch this video and really relate to it, it'll be worth it.
That's incredible.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah.
You don't realize like how important like the people around you are until like they're just gone, like until they don't see your messages anymore, or they don't call you anymore, they don't pick up your calls, and like
you don't go to
when
their
your
house.
parents die,
you can't go to your house and then you
Exactly,
walk in the
yeah.
door and you see them. Hello and welcome to Thoughts Unchained, a podcast where we discuss philosophy, societal norms, aspects of our lifestyle, and even some more light-hearted topics in an open-ended conversation. Hope you enjoy this episode and prepare to keep your head in the clouds. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Thoughts Unchained Podcast. This is the first episode of season 2. I'm super hyped to get things kicked off. And my name is Armaan. For those of you who may be new, I'm the host of this podcast. And in today's episode, we've got my buddy here as my guest. He's a YouTuber, content creator, just all around creative. Goes by the name of Maeylik. And how are you doing today, man?
dude, I'm perfect, man. I'm so excited to be here. This is my first podcast. I've never been on it, bro. It's
Never
my
been
first
on a
time,
podcast.
Yeah. Never been on it.
This is the first time for everything.
First
man.
time, yeah. It's
It's
first
a
time.
perfect first time.
100%, man.
And in today's chat, if you've been a long time follower of the podcast, you might notice that in season 1, we went off a lot of, I don't want to say scripted, but we had sort of an overarching idea. We've got some overarching ideas today, but this is just meant to be a little bit more of a free-flowing conversation, just revolving more around creativity, just making videos on YouTube, our passions, the way that we go about making these videos. But yeah, I think first and foremost, man, how have things been with you lately?
You know, man, like, recently, bro, I just, like, found my happiness, honestly. Like, this entire summer, man, like, I didn't upload any videos. I haven't uploaded since basically forever, you know what I mean? And I kind of been finding my happiness, you know, spending time with my friends, you know, spending time with, like, just the people that mean a lot to me, you know? And, yeah, man, I just found my happiness, and pretty soon I'll be, like, you know, ready to make my comeback, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this a little bit earlier in the summer, that you were taking time off just to rediscover your happiness.
Yeah,
I'm really glad to hear that.
Thank you, man.
That's
I appreciate
really good.
that. It's like I was so caught up in just like making videos. I kind of like forgot that like it's just one man that does everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I do everything myself. Like I direct the video, I edit the video, you know, I do everything. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing like there is to a video, I do. The only thing that I need help with is like somebody just to hold it for me. That's the only thing, bro. And like I do everything myself, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of stuff, it's a lot of pressure underneath, you know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, I've always been the person, I hate asking help from anybody. You know what I'm saying? I hate, because at the end of the day, like the people, like the only thing they're going to do, they're just going to be like, oh, do you remember the one time I helped you though? You know what I'm saying? They kind of always bring it up, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always like, if you want to do something, you do it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
It's an interesting way to think about it, that people will just sort of, so what you're saying is people will sort of stick it to you, or they think, oh,
Yeah,
I helped
100%.
you this one time, so they're expecting a favor.
Exactly, yeah.
To an extent, I can get that if it's like a close friend or something, but I get what you mean about not wanting too many favors. But that can be a blessing and a curse at times, right? Then you just don't know when to ask for help. But yeah.
It's a good point, but I mean, like, there's nothing that you can't figure out yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it takes a year, you know what I'm saying? Eventually you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can relate to you. Like I record, edit my videos by myself, so I can definitely relate to that.
So you know, like, the time that goes into each video and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to prepare.
I was thinking about that the other day. The amount of time that a video is, right? It could just be a few minutes. I swear it's like 50, 60 times that goes into the actual making of the video.
Yeah, man.
It takes like several hours to record and edit.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think the first thing that I wanted to ask you is, how did you get into making YouTube videos, and what inspired you to start all of this, start your journey?
No one's actually ever asked me that. It's a really good question. No one's asked me that. Man, there's so much that drives me, but I think the main thing is just myself. Like, I don't look up to nobody. Like, I don't look up to my friends, my family, my parents, nobody. Like, the only person I look up to is who I'm going to be tomorrow. You know, like, the day I fix my mentality is when I realize that at the end of the day, I don't got to please nobody. Like, the only person I should be working hard towards is just myself in the future, you know? Because every day I want to get better. Every day I want to get better in some way, whether I'm, I don't know, stronger, smarter, in anything. I always want to. The person I was yesterday is unparalleled to who I am today. You know what I'm saying? I'm much smarter at everything, in every single way. And like I think what motivates me is like people, once they graduate school and all that, right? They go to work these 8-hour jobs, like 9 to 5, saying like that, right? So 1/8 of your life you work, 1/8 of your life you sleep. That means you only live 1/8 of your life. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta like take into like account that you still gotta shower, you still gotta eat, you gotta brush your teeth, you gotta spend time with your family. When do you have the time to yourself? You know what I'm saying? And like the type of career that I want to be able to retire whenever I want. Like I want to be able to spend at least half of my day with my family. You know what I'm saying? Like with the people I love, because like that's what kind of means a lot. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that's what motivates me. Like nobody's gonna buy me the cars I want. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna buy me the house I want. Nobody's gonna buy me like the luxuries that I want. Nobody's gonna pay for my future kids' bills. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna pay for my bills. Nobody's gonna do none of that. Eventually my parents will die. Everybody dies around me, you know what I'm saying?
Sad to say, but that's an interesting way.
It's the truth, you know what I'm saying? It's the truth. Gotta keep it real, man. And yeah, I think that's what kind of drives me more. It's like I want to be where no one else can go. I want to go where no one else can go. You know what I'm saying? That's where I want to be.
It's a really interesting. I find it fascinating how you can see people's perspectives. Like you said, you only look up to yourself or like the future version of yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas like I do look up to a few people. I have some role models, which is just mostly your mom, dad, like even my younger sister, right? But aside from that one difference in opinion, I do agree with you. Like that's a philosophy that I sort of stumbled upon, and I thought about maybe a year ago or in the last few months or so. Be better than you were yesterday, and every day try to improve yourself. And I agree with what you're saying, that the person that I was yesterday, I should be better than them, right? Because they say not to compare to others, right? They say to compare to yourself. And so I do agree with you definitely that like, I think self-growth I personally believe that it's an underrated thing. I think everyone should have the responsibility to grow as a person.
Yeah.
What would you say?
100%, man. It's the only thing that matters. It's like you can't be like the same person you were 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Something has to be different. Something has to be better. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of like it's the most important thing to grow. You know what I'm saying? Can't be in the same state forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's also one thing that I wanted to connect to what you were saying, that down the road, I do see myself wanting to just work on my own time, because I see myself as someone who can hold myself accountable, sort of work on my own standards, right? I feel like for a few years, I'll probably work like some sort of a job because I do have an interest in if I'm watching this podcast in like a few years, it'll be funny if our I guess ideals change or our values change, but that's life. Sometimes your visions change. But I feel like I would want to work for a few years, maybe finance or business or something, save up my money. But long term, I do see myself, I don't think that it's always terrible. If you have a 9 to 5 that you like, I see some people who just flat out, make it seem like it's terrible. If you have a 9 to 5 that you like, then that's great. I might want to do a 9 to 5 for a few years.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to say something, right?
Yeah.
You could love your job, right? Because I worked a 9 to 5 before. I still do, you know what I'm saying? I still work. And it's about the mentality. If you like what you do, then obviously it's going to be better, right? But in the longer run, that's still months of your life that you're putting into something like a job or whatever, that you could be doing so much more. It's at the end of the day, when you have a job, you're working towards building somebody else's company, somebody else's reputation. You're never working about yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you got to think of it, you know? It's not just you should enjoy what you do and all that, right? It's also it's still taking time, you know what I'm saying? It's still taking your time away, it's still taking your youth away, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, if I wasn't working right now, I'd have so much more time to make videos and stuff. If I wasn't going to school, I'd have so much more time to make videos, and who knows, maybe I would have popped off by now.
Yeah,
I think
I
that's
do agree.
It kind of holds me down, because even if I were to mentally think this is a good thing, it still isn't for me, right? Because for you it could be different. If you want to be a doctor, the more time you put into school and prep, it'll be more worth it for you. But for me, I kind of because bro, I have a phone.
Yeah.
A phone can make you $1 million. A phone can
Good
make you
point.
$2 million. You know what I'm saying? And that's something school doesn't really teach you. You know what I'm saying? School teaches you math and, oh, what's the pi of this? You know what I'm saying? They teach you that, but they don't teach you about how to make money. You know what I'm saying? And like the easiest way that I could say how to make money, take it one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? $1 a day is $365 in a year. You know what I'm saying? Now $365 per day, it's even more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too good at math. You know what I'm saying? But it's something.
That is more. It's more.
It's more. It's definitely more.
I was about to say $365 and nothing, dude. Like in a full year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you mean.
But per day, you know what I'm saying? It's
Per
kind
day,
of
yeah.
just like that, you know? You make something per day. It's kind of like the best way I can put it. Let's say I have one video on my channel, right? That video gets one video per day. That's what 365 views a year, right?
Yeah.
If you have 10 videos, that's 10 times 365 a year. I don't
Yeah.
know how much that is. What, like 3,600, something like that?
3,650, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Around
So it's
3.6.
always just like that.
It's always like a multiplier.
Yeah, it's
I
just,
do get
just
what
like
you
that.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a doctor. I don't see that as my
I know.
goal.
I'm not good at math. You know what I'm saying? I'm not good at math.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I agree with that's one thing I was thinking about the other day. Is that down the road, even when I'm in my like late 20s, by then I already see myself wanting to like start a business or do creative projects, right, and just be on my own time, because I would love to be able to have that free time to go out, and whether I want to travel, whether I want to spend time with family, whether I want to chill. I definitely see that as my mid to long term goal of having freedom and flexibility of my schedule. That's definitely the end goal for me, right? Well, of course, end goal is retirement, right? But the midterm goal is definitely to be in that space where I have space. Like, if I want to do a podcast, if I want to record short films, to have that freedom, right? So I definitely I'm in agreement with you there. But yeah. So when you're making videos, maybe this is a difficult question to answer, but what's your creative process like? Like, how do you get your ideas for your videos? Like, some people say it's like in the shower, like on a walk.
I don't. Seriously, I don't. I kind of just roll with it, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're not making videos just to just put your creativity into it, right? You're not just thinking, okay, how can I make this the most creative, like, as creative as it can be? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just do it because you like to, you know what I'm saying? I do my videos, I make my videos because I like it, because I enjoy it, right? And that's what matters. It's not, like, obviously, yeah, I want to show my creativity in there and, like, see what, and, you know, let people know what I'm capable of. But at the same time, it's like, I also want to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to, like, be at home, like, scripting for hours and, you know, making sure the video is going to be perfect like that. I just kind of make sure that I put everything into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything. It's like, you know, like, you play soccer?
I used to.
Okay, so, you know, when you play soccer, it's like, you're playing a soccer team and you go out to a match, right?
Yeah.
If you don't put everything, like you're so into the game, when you leave, you're gonna regret it so much.
Win or lose.
Exactly, right? Win or lose, bro. If you know that you put your complete effort into it, you'll be like, that was a good game, man. That was a good game. Because we all know regrets like the deep. It's like the heaviest feeling. You know what I'm saying? Regret. Like,
Straight
what's
up.
heavier than regret? You know what I'm saying?
Regret hurts.
Exactly, bro.
Especially the regret of not doing something. Not
Exactly,
taking that
man.
chance.
Exactly. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
worst.
That's why you should. Sometimes, if you're like kind of like debating whether you should do it or not, you should just do it. Because, like, how do you know you're gonna get that opportunity again? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of how it is for my videos, bro. I kind of just jump into it, you know? Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Like the Banana Man video I made, I didn't know that's how it was gonna go. All I knew was I put on a banana outfit and I gotta do something. Seriously, like, I didn't know what I was gonna do, and like I just kind of went with it. And look now, you know what I'm saying? Whole school watched that video, bro. Everyone knows me. Hey, Banana Boy, you know what I'm saying? It's Banana Man. It's Banana Man, but, you know, still.
Disrespecting your whole manhood, like
Exactly, man. Exactly.
There's like a big difference between boy and man.
But yeah, that was like, I think out of all my videos, every single video I've made, I love each and every single one of them. Every single one. Because I put 100% of my effort into it.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. When you put your full effort into it, then it holds up.
Yeah, man. I realized like before, people don't know this, but I used to make videos before. Like, it was under a different name rather than Maeylik. And every time I didn't put a lot of effort into the video, it would really show in the end. You know what I'm saying? Because it's this long process of when you make videos, right? It's thinking of the idea for the video, seeing who's involved in the video, filming the actual video, looking at the video after, editing the video, and then finally looking at it after again. You know what I'm saying? And it takes weeks, you know what I'm saying? And like from the point of where you get the idea, you're like, "Aight, we're gonna do this. You know, we're gonna make it happen, right?" And then when you get to the end part where you're finally watching it again, and you realize that you didn't do this correctly, or you kind of messed up on this, or your energy wasn't like you on this part, you're gonna want to delete the video. So the entire week just went to waste. So why not make like the best of it? You know what I'm saying? You gotta make the best out of everything. Like that's what I do with all my videos. Every single video I do, put 100% of my energy into it. 100%.
The great thing about that as well is that when you watch it, you know how some people, you'll often see people, even if they're not YouTubers, or if they look back on something they did when they were younger or something, they'll look back and they'll be embarrassed, right? Partly because of how other people will look at it, or they're laughing. When I look back and see stuff that I did maybe a year ago, right? I feel like, obviously I see the growth, because if you think that, oh, this video wasn't as good as, I could do this video better now, that's good. That shows that your quality is improving over that time period. But when I look back, I can say like, man, for the resources that I had and just the fact that I was starting out, I'm still happy with this video. I'm still content with it a year and a half on. All this time removed, and it stood the test of time. Obviously the test of time is like way longer than that, like years. But I agree with you that like when you put your heart and soul into a video, that, how do I describe it? Your happiness remains there because you know that you put your heart and soul into it, right?
You know how you just said like, you know, you look back at your old videos and like, you know, sometimes you feel embarrassed and stuff, right?
Not really embarrassed, but
or you know how you think.
I feel good, but some people feel embarrassed.
So okay, some
but yeah,
people
you can
like
say your point.
Okay, so arguably the worst rated video that I did, which was a song, it was called "Make You Mine," right? And I'm not gonna lie, like from another person, like people hated that song. Like people were like, "Yo, what is this?" You know what I'm saying? But the way I think of it is, that was my second music video. My second. My third got 2 times as better as that. My fourth got 2 times as better as that. You know what I'm saying? So when I don't want to say remake, but when I make my next music video, it'll be based a lot by "Make You Mine." And I have this one line, right? Make you mine. They hate, but that made her mine. You know what I'm saying? It's like I made the song, because all my music, like for like right now, all the music that I made, it's for love. You know what I'm saying? It's for like this girl that I liked, or I love actually, right? And at that point, I wanted to make her mine, right? And I think what kind of reflected out of the song is because I didn't know where I was. Like when I didn't know how to make her mine, right? And I had deep feelings for this girl. Like I love this girl with my soul, right? And I was lost, which kind of made the song seem kind of lost too, right? But when I make when I make my next music video, it'll be so much better than "Make You Mine," that people will be like, "Damn, like that kid went from "Make You Mine" to that."
To what it is
now.
XYZ, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Because like in 10, 20 years, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, "Make You Mine" was trash, bro. It was terrible." You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, "Damn, you really made it.
Like
you really came from that." Because
yeah.
I'm taking the steps right now that nobody else is taking. When I walk into school, bro, like people stare at me like, "Oh, dude, you suck." Like I can see it in their face. Like they're like, "Yo, you suck. Your music is trash, bro." Like I can see that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I'm miles above you, because I'm taking that first step. You know what I'm saying? The school that I go to, that I won't name, right? But the school I go to, the city that I'm in, it's a tough city, bro. Like you can compare it to like Compton. You can compare it to like Atlanta. I know, I'm serious.
Would you go that far?
Legit, yeah. I'm telling you right now, yeah, bro. Like, yo, it's like, it's just as lethal, man. Like, those people like take your limbs or whatever. These people take your dreams. These people break your dreams.
I can get that.
100%, man. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, when I walk into school, people always hate, bro. People always like, they mock my song. They're like, make you mine. Bro, at the end of the day, that music video got 4,000 views. That music video got the whole school talking about me. So who really wins at the end? Me. It's always me. I always win at the end, bro. Like I can lose some battles, bro. I'm gonna always win the war, always. All right? I'm smart. I knew that I had to make You Mine very different than I made Would You. Would You was my first song. I released it on January 15th. Arguably the best song I made. My personal favorite, right? I knew I had to make you mine much differently than that. Would you? Everyone's like, "Aye, this kid got something." You know what I'm saying? But the whole school wasn't talking about me because they're like, "Aye, a lot of artists have good songs. You know, one hit wonders, whatever, right?" When I made "Make You Mine," yes, people obviously talked a lot like bad stuff about it and all that, right? But at the same time, the entire school talked about me, and if the entire school talked about me, that means more people watched my video. You know what I'm saying? Technically, "Make You Mine" did better than "Would You." It got more engagement, more people saw it, more people from my city saw it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was bad, bro, people are still talking about it. That's how I think. It's like I don't care if people like it or not. You're still making me money. That's like, and it's not the money that matters to me, right? I don't want you to think like that, right? I just mean like I always win at the end. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that talks bad about me or any that hate on me or, you know, mock my lyrics and stuff, dog, I'm still doing better than you. Seriously, I have everything I want. Everything I want in my life I have. Like everything. Seriously, I mean everything. Everything I have, bro. The intellect that I have, bro, like the strength, the mental strength I have, nobody can come close to me, bro. Seriously, nobody can bring me down. Like I could walk, and I think this is a superpower. I can walk in a whole school. I can walk in a long hallway, and there could be thousands of kids screaming, "You suck." I'll walk out that school thinking I'm a boss. Literally, bro. I'll walk out of that school knowing, not even thinking, knowing I'm the best me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm never gonna say I'm better than you. I'm never gonna say that. I'm never gonna be the guy to say I'm better than you.
Yeah.
But but I will be the guy to say I'm the best me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best me. And bro, and that's how marketing comes into it, right? Sometimes it's not always about the good that you do. Sometimes it's about the flaws in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? The public eye could think it's a flaw, aka "Make You Mine." I think it was one of my greatest successes. That video made my entire school talk about me. You know what I'm saying? They were like, if he made that, let's see the next one. Right? If he made "Make You Mine" that bad, the next one must be terrible. Then I made "My Desire," which was sick. Got views, you know what I'm saying? Got the people talking. All right, you know what? "Make You Mine" was it's kind of bad, but "My Desire," that's fire. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think, bro. Like, it's not always about, he has to make the best out of the best in order to be the best. And it's not like that, bro. It's about thinking like you're the best. You know what I'm saying? It's about knowing that you're the best. I can make a trash song right now, it'll still get like 1,000 views. Because people are so intrigued with me, bro. Like nobody knows like me, but people know me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they don't know me, but they know me.
Yeah,
they know who I am.
They see this.
Exactly, they see this.
They see the exterior. They don't see the interior.
Exactly, bro. And like people are always gonna be more interested in every single day to see what I do next. Even if they're haters, bro. Even if they're haters, they're still gonna watch me. And obviously, I respect my haters, and I also respect like my family, right? And the family is what I call the people that watch my videos and really support me, right? That's what I think family is, right? People that support you. And both of them are equally as important. It's like if there's all good in the world, how do you know that's what's important? If there's no bad to kind of balance it out.
Compare it against.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? So you can't always be good because that's what you'll be known as, right? Which kind of doesn't really have any fire to it.
You don't want your ego to get too inflated.
Exactly.
You have to have people to bring you down to earth.
That's true. That's true if you don't know yourself, right?
That's also a good point.
But yeah, like that's what I was saying, man. Like "Make You Mine" is my greatest success. It was when I released "Make You Mine," that's when I put in cement that I don't care what people think. You know what I'm saying? I know me. You know what I'm saying? I know me. I don't care what you think. I don't care what my family thinks. I don't care what my parents think. Nobody, bro. Because I know me. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what kind of means a lot more. You know? Yeah.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll get right back to that point. Make sure it's still recording.
I'm just going to drink some water. You know what I'm saying? Some water. Did you me?
Yeah, he left.
Damn, man.
Okay. You don't want it to look too different. Yeah, but I see what you mean. Yeah, just going back to what you were saying, you know, I think that's the beauty of art. Okay, like, as long as you're not straight up, like, you know, attacking someone else, intentionally make someone's life worse, or like do something outright bad, at that point, right, you're just being creative. And the thing about art, in any form of expression, right, music as well, is that it's also subjective, right? There's no objective criteria on which to judge it, right? So in the public eye, what might be viewed as a negative, right? The way that I view it, man, is when I'm making something, honestly, okay, you do want it to be viewed by other people, right? To an extent, you want other people to see it. Like for me, that's like my second or third motive, right? Never my first motive, because I want people to be inspired by the kind of stuff that I do. And of course, you put time into it, you want some people to see it. But number one, if you enjoyed making something, right? If you felt passionate about it, I think that's a win. Just to connect what you're saying.
I agree with you, yeah. You gotta love what you do, man.
I agree with you there. But going back to people watching your videos, I remember that we talked about this before. I was asking you about this, I was asking a buddy about this as well, right? The idea of self-promotion, right? Like, you know how it kind of gets viewed as a negative? Because think about it. I read a book called Side Hustle by an author named Chris Gillibo, right?
Okay.
Which talks a little bit more about business. It's more about growing a side hustle. One of the options was a YouTube channel, right? Just something to do in your spare time, right? Getting it up and going within like a month or so. And it was like, you gotta hustle, you gotta go door to door, and because you have to promote yourself, right? And I guess I used to think, oh yeah, self-promotion, why would you do that? But I've learned that there's a respectful way to go about it, and ultimately, on social media, you gotta get the word out somehow, right? Because of course, there's like your circle of competence or something like that. It's like 150 people that you know, who you could say, hey, can you check this out? Can you check this out? At that point, you have to start growing outside your circle, right? So, how do you feel about going about self-promotion and like, because a lot of people don't realize until they actually start doing something, oh, it's harder than I think. So what do you think?
Self-promotion, that's, there's nothing I can really say. I mean, it's obvious. You gotta get yourself out there, right? You can't do what everyone else is doing and expect people to watch. That's the best way I can put it. Like, I make music videos. So does like 1,000 other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously I gotta promote it in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? And like, if you see my views, right? It's very unrealistic. Like, I have about 800 something subscribers, right? But each video that I make, I get at least 1,000 to 2,000 views, at least, right? It's because and here's the thing. People say it's fake. People say like I buy my views or any of that, right? It's not true, fam. I just know how to promote. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I explain it?
Get the word out.
I gotta get the word out, of course, exactly, man.
Yeah,
Because like I said, my goal is to make sure you watch me. That's my goal, right? It's not just about doing something good or creating something good. The goal is for you to watch what I did. That's the goal, right? So you can't have any shame or any you can't feel bad about yourself or feel embarrassed when you have to do certain things in order to gain those views. I have burner accounts, right? On Google and stuff, right? I have secondary bunch of accounts, right? And I kind of make social media websites, and I kind of add random people and I follow random people from it. And I just I use sites that you can text multiple people at once. That's what I do. I kind of text everybody all at once. I just copy paste whatever I wanted to say, and I just say, yo, check out my video, or and here's the thing. I do that, and I also do more, right? I don't always just say check out my video. I do say something probably crazy like, oh, this famous celebrity commented on my video, or if you watch this video, you'll find true love. You know what I'm saying? Because how many people are you gonna get that say, oh, dude, check out my video? You know what I'm saying? It'll eventually get kind of stale. Rather than somebody who comes up and be like, hey man, if you watch my video right now, you'll get $1 million. No. If you watch my video right now, your lips will become 2 times as bigger. You'll look so hot. It's weird, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of matters. It's different. I do a lot of things to promote my videos, bro. I spam the link of my video in other people's comment sections. I text random people. I tell my people to share it to other people.
But yeah, I do that too.
Yeah. You have to do everything, bro. Because if I can make 1,000 music videos right now, if I don't promote it, maybe like 50 people will see each video. It's not a lot. And if you promote it, instead of 50, it'll be 5,000. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like, I hate saying it like this, but you gotta take each view, not as people, but like as dominoes. Like, if you can get one, you can get 1,000. It might take you 1,000 times longer, but it's possible. It's like if one falls, they will all fall. If the first domino falls, the last of it will fall. Right? I'm still speaking, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what I mean. So if you can get one of them to fall, you can get all of them to fall. Every single one. You know what I'm saying? You can get 5,000 views. You can drop a music video right now and nobody knows you in the world, and you can get 10,000 views in a month. And that's not a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? But it's possible, bro.
It's crazy short time,
but it's possible. Like, the first music video that I dropped, Would You, January 15th, right? I dropped it at 12 p.m., right? In 6 hours, that video got 700 views. 6 hours. In the next 6 hours, it got 1,000 views. You know what I'm saying? So in 12 hours, it has like
1,700.
1.7k views. You know what I'm saying? 1.7k views in 12 hours. Like, and again, I'm pretty new to this. Like, my name isn't out there, bro. Like, people don't know, like,
the
Maeylik.
average consumer doesn't know Maeylik.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, people know the big names, right? That I don't want to say, because I don't want to.
Of course.
But people don't know Maeylik. But I will make you know Maeylik. You know what I'm saying? I will make you know my name.
You know something funny?
What?
With regards to subscribers, it's like, I'm gonna make you mine.
I knew you were gonna pull off a make you mine joke. I
was trying to think of a good time to do it.
But yeah, man, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's kind of my job. Like, you know how some people have a job to build this, or job to, you know, fry some burger or something? My job is to get you to watch me. That's my job.
Interesting. Yeah. I think that's interesting, because the only thing that I really do is I post it online, right? I use a bunch of hashtags, post it on like my Instagram and stuff like that, post stories.
Yeah.
I'll like send it to my friends and stuff like that. But I'm a lot more conservative when it comes to my marketing. Like, I've thought about that, like, should I post comments and stuff on other people's channels? Because I'm weary of that, because like, you don't want to like go and seem like you're taking away all the attention from the other person who's built their...
that's what you have to do, though. Like, that's the thing. That's what you have to do. Like, bro, like, I'll put it this way, right?
Just one thing, you're saying people get 50 views? That's me right now. 50 views, legit. But yeah.
But it'll grow, right?
Yeah.
With time.
But yeah, you were saying...
But no, as I was saying, right? Like, you know how you just said, like, you don't want to take the attention away? That's kind of, like, how the world is, bro. Like let's look at a famous artist right now that gets... Again, we're not going to say any names, right?
Yeah, just famous
but
artists.
Let's just say, like, a famous artist gets 10 million views a day, right? So let's say he posts one video per day, he gets 10 million per video, right? You need to get yourself viewed. You have to. If that means you have to take his viewers away, or at least maybe get his viewers or their viewers to also look at yours, you have to do it. You know, it's about, like, it's not even about, like, being ashamed or just what's ethical. It's just business. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you have to do. And I'm speaking to you right now as a businessman, right? It doesn't matter, like, if you're taking this person's attention, you know? Think about companies right now. Every company is fighting amongst each other to get the consumer, to get the people. Like there's two different shoe brands, let's say, right? There's 1 million people they can sell to. They're not going to be like, oh, nah, man, you can take 500,000, I'll take 500,000.
Competitors, right?
They're going to compete because he's like, no, I want to get 1 million. I want to get 1 million. Then the other company's going to be like, nah, but you're not going to do it. I'm going to get 1 million. Yeah. It's just like that. That's how this is, bro.
They want the market share.
Exactly, right? Man. It's not right. Even I don't believe that's right. You know, I think everyone should be equally, like, you know, divided, right? But it's how it is, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of how you have to roll off of. Like, if a river flows to the left, and you want to be inside the river, you got to flow to the left. You can't make it go right on the spot like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, oh, it's on the right. You can't do that, man. And yeah, you can think like, oh, I don't want to take the attention away or whatever, but if you want what you want to accomplish your dreams, you're going to have to, you know? And it's you kind of get used to it. And it's not a bad thing. Like You know what I mean? Like if somebody makes a song right now about cancer kids, you know what I'm saying? Like supporting cancer. I mean, not
What do you mean
supporting cancer.
supporting cancer?
No, I mean like they're like, you know, kind of raising more awareness or like, or you know what? I'll say it this way. It's a fundraiser towards cancer, right?
Okay.
Fundraiser, right? If you need 1,000 views right now and you're on a deadline, you need to get it, you have to comment, you have to, I'm just saying comment, right? But you have to, you know, spam the link of your video to get the attention, right? Because it's kind of like, even if the video is doing a good thing, you have to do it in order to make your dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? And it's just how it is, man. It's just life. You know?
I think you brought up an interesting point that I have thought.
Let me drink some water.
Get the water.
Get the
The
water.
H2O. That's an interesting point. I've thought that before, that it's like unlimited subscribers on YouTube, right? The only thing I can think of is like if you leave the video and you never return. But the thing is, I have thought of that. You can be subscribed to the big YouTuber, but you can also drop a subscribe with a new person.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought of that. Like, it's not always direct competition. It's not like, say, Instagram or like, I don't know, TikTok, where you're like scrolling and you can only check that post. People will generally devote more time to watching a YouTube video. I mean, yeah.
That's true, but like you also got to think about the people that don't have a lot of time, which a lot of people don't. And people. Well, what if he only has a certain amount of time to watch one video and he can only watch one? Who's he gonna choose? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's just how it is, man. Even I don't like it being like that, but it's how it is. You can't change it. You know what I'm saying?
I like the competition. I'm not gonna lie. I think competition is good, right?
I also like the competition, bro.
Business, like it's interesting when you brought it up from the perspective of business, right? Like, you know, you're saying you wish everyone could get equal views. Maybe not even equal views. Maybe more equitable, right? Like, if this person puts in a little bit more work, right? I don't want to be like, say, someone who just like reposts like other people's videos versus me going out here making original content. I definitely do agree with you in the sense that I want my video to be seen more because, you know, I am making original content. But that is a good point. I definitely do need to start marketing more.
Yeah, man.
And
it's very important, man. It's like it's not just making the video that's important. It's about putting the video out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can drink out of this cup. It could be empty and I could leave it here, right? But I still got to throw it away. Stupid example, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to. There's more that comes with it. You know, It's kind of like a consequence type of thing. You know what I'm saying? You make a video right now. So you make a video, you upload it right now, right? At the end of the month, if you don't promote it, let's say you have 100 views, right? 100 views. Let's just say like that makes you $1,000. It doesn't, but I'm just saying it just makes you $1,000, right? Versus if you promoted it, maybe you'd get 1 million views, right? If you promoted it, because it's always a 50-50 chance. Always, it can either happen or it can't. At least that's what I believe, right?
the algorithm?
With everything, every single thing, there's always a 50-50 chance. But yeah, as I was saying, but if you promote it, you can get 10 times more views, 10 times more money, 10 times more attention, 10 times more followers, 10 times more credibility. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah, the way that I approach it is that my primary focus has always just been passion, because like I view my YouTube channel almost like a portfolio. So I wasn't primarily concerned with the money or the attention. I was just like, I'm not even like, maybe at some point I'll do a consistent upload schedule. But for me, I just really make whatever I want and then I put it out there. I'm not even on that much of a consistent schedule. But I think that I let the fact that I am definitely going to continue making creativity and having fun and passion be the number one driving factor behind my YouTube channel. But nonetheless, your second and your third factor still matters, right? Your marketing still matters. Growing your channel still matters. So yeah, I do definitely think that I need to focus on that a little bit more. And yeah, sometimes another thing that I was thinking of is that, you know, sometimes we just lose our motivation and we feel like some days we feel the motivation to work on our channel. Sometimes you don't. Where you have to find that consistency.
Been there, bro, yeah.
Yeah. You said you've been there?
Yeah. You can continue what you're saying and then I'll answer.
No, that's all I was going to bring up. How do you feel about like motivation, and sometimes you lose it, sometimes you don't?
I mean, motivation will always come and go. But you got to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Discipline is important. You can't just rely on motivation to push you forward. You know, you have to have discipline. You got to be focused on what you want. Like you could be grinding 5 years straight, no recognition, none of that, right? But on that day, that 4,000th day, right? The 4,000th day, you could become the biggest thing in the world. The 4,000th day. right? Versus you can slack off, you know what I'm saying? Slack off, whatever, right? And do whatever you want. And then maybe on the fourth day, who knows, you might get something, you know what I'm saying? You might get 1 million followers, whatever, right? Point is, eventually, right, you'll realize that it's beyond your control, okay? You can blow up right now, or you can blow in 100 years after you die, man, right? But the discipline should be that no matter what results that I see, I will continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're consistent, bro, if you're consistently doing something, putting 100% of your passion into it, bro, even if you don't make it, you'll still be like, I did that. Like, I did what nobody else could do.
You followed the vision.
I followed the vision.
And the vision took you somewhere.
Exactly, man. The vision will always take you somewhere.
You rather follow the path that you wanted to and fail than reach the end of a path that you're like, okay, what was the point of being here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, that's what it is, man. Motivation, like, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. Yeah, I'd love to be motivated time to time, right? But I think discipline is just, it kind of overlaps motivation. It's way more important. Because you got to be disciplined to consistently do like whatever you're doing, whether it's a business, whether it's videos, or being a teacher. I don't know, whatever it is. You know, discipline is way more important than motivation. Yeah.
Motivation is never consistent for any of us. We wish it was, right?
I mean, the thing is, it could be for a long time. Like, let's say a girl really breaks your heart and she calls you fat. You know what I'm saying? You could be motivated for a pretty long time, and you can go to the gym and fix yourself up, right? Motivation is like, you kind of know the results if you keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know how you get motivated by other people? It's because they always say, like, it's because they say something around, like, the basis of, yeah, I just kept doing, you know, I kept grinding, and I made it, right? And discipline is a little bit different. It's like, you don't know whether it's going to happen or not, but you're still going to do it. Motivation is, yeah, I'm going to do it because I know the result. It's like, if I walk right now straight, I will end up at that door, right? Discipline is when you don't know, it's like completely black, but you keep walking because inside you're like, I will reach a door eventually. I will reach something. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's why discipline is a little bit more important.
There was something that I was going to connect to that.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Let me just think. Discipline versus motivation, right? I've noticed that, like, in the past, I've gotten ideas, I've gotten inspiration, right? And this will happen to you sometimes. You'll get ideas, you'll get inspiration, but then sometimes people will tell you, life coaches, like if you have a good friend, someone around you who gives you advice, they'll say, okay, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that, right? Like, you got the inspiration, you got this motivation, but I've noticed this in the last few days. I felt like, okay, I need to be doing more physical exercise because there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. Just, they say you're supposed to do stuff to keep your mind, body, and your spirit well, and that can help with the culmination of you reaching your dreams and reaching your goals.
Okay.
So I've noticed that just doing like at-home workouts, I'm like, bro, or like eating healthy, doing a little bit of work on my YouTube video, or if it's like, you know, there's some parts of the video that people don't like. Some people don't like recording it. Some people don't like editing it. There's always some part that you don't like. But the entirety of it is something that you enjoy. You enjoy the end result. So you've got to push through those minor little things that you don't like, right? Because it's like taking your lumps to get to whatever analogy you want to use, right? The way I view discipline is, it's like some days you're going to feel like so fleet of foot. You're going to want to run like so far in terms of running away towards your dreams. But some days it's going to feel like you've got an anchor chained to your like feet. You're like, man, I have no interest in doing this today. It's like, you got to take one step forward today. That's what you have to do. And it's like, okay, I'm going to take one step forward every single day. And if you're consistent when you're like in a motivated mode, right? Then when the hard times come around, then you're like, this is what I do. I don't care if I feel unmotivated. I don't care if I feel lack of inspiration. I take that one step forward every day. This is what I do. Because I see the end result. That's the way that I feel about it. Like,
that's respect.
Discipline is so difficult to attain, but I've found that I've started to like attain it, similar to what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's not about just doing it all at once. It's kind of like easing into it, you know what I mean?
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a process. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, you got to walk before you can run, right? It's just like that, man.
You got to crawl before you can walk.
Exactly, yeah.
Always, there's levels to it.
And you got to swim out before you can crawl, you know what I'm saying? So, you know.
You got to like scooch along on the floor.
Exactly,
You got to like flail around before you can
man,
crawl.
it's a whole process, man. Whole process.
There's always like ways that you can build off of it. Yeah, so you're starting to get back into your channel, right?
Not yet. I'm going to, yes. But it's like right now I'm kind of like figuring out where I want to take my channel. You know what I'm saying? Because like I kind of, man, how do I describe this? Maeylik is kind of like, so I'm gonna explain the meaning behind my name for anyone.
Oh yeah,
who
I've
asks,
never asked
right?
you that. Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone's asked, but I think everyone still wants to know.
It's a good time to.
Maeylik is who I aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? Maeylik is who I hope to be. That's who I want to be. Doesn't matter how long it takes, but that's who I want to be. Because Maeylik is a person that I created. I literally created, right? And he's not even just an idea; it's a symbol, right? Maeylik for me is just being the best version of yourself. For me, you know what I'm saying? It's like your name's Armaan, right? You want to be Armaan in 10 years, you know? You want people the fullest.
The fullest I can be in 10 years. That's what I mean. Because 30 years I'll be.
It's like imagine me saying it, but I'm saying it with the bold text. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's like lowercase. You're Armaan.
I was almost about to say your actual name.
Bold. And then in 10 years, you want to be a bold text Armaan. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am right now. Right now, I'm Maeylik, but I want to be Maeylik. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the best, the absolute best of me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be nobody else. I don't want to be the next this and the next that. I want to be the one and only Maeylik, bro. That's all I want to be.
I just remembered what you were saying before. You want to be the best me that you can be.
Exactly.
Everyone else is taken.
Yeah, everyone else is taken, man. Like
there has never been a you that has done it as good as you could.
Exactly,
right?
man. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You're the one who walks on his own path. You're the one who creates your own statue. You carve yourself.
Yeah.
Since you're born, all you're doing, you're carving yourself. You're writing your book and you're carving yourself.
You're just adding new chapters all the time.
Exactly, man. There's always new chapters. There's always new flaws. Always like defeats. Always, bro. But you kind of got to learn from it.
There's always like ups and downs. There's always like, that's the thing, right? Like you just have to, you can't lose the forest for the trees. You have to have that long view and you have to say, this is a battle that I lost. This is not a war that I lost.
Exactly.
Right? We're not putting down, we're not, like, I don't want this to be like all weaponry related, but it's like, we're not putting down our arms and we're not like saying to our brothers in arms and sisters in arms, like, oh, we've waved in the white towel. Are you going to wave in the white towel when you have your first loss? No, because you see the war ahead, right? Get back on your feet, strategize. They say like, oh, if you've been knocked down 10 times, do you get up 10? Do you get up 11? Whatever, I don't know how to count it. But yeah, is Maeylik like a word in another language or?
No, I mean I think that's what makes it special. It doesn't mean anything. I put meaning into it, bro.
You have your own meaning.
Exactly, man. Like most, you know how like names they like, you know, they have meaning to it or it means this or it means that, right? For me, Maeylik is completely new. That's why no one's heard of it. Like no one's heard of Maeylik. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes it so special because I get to fully put my meaning into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I die, bro, like, I got a legacy to leave behind, right? I want people to be like, damn, like, Maeylik was different. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, I don't want them to say, hey, man, that Maeylik, you know, the one that made Would You? Yeah, you know, Make You Mine? Yeah. That's the Maeylik. I want that. It's just Maeylik, bro. That's it. Everything falls into the name. Everything. Your entire legacy is born from your name. That's what it is, bro.
Making your own name in the literalist or the most literal sense.
Yeah.
I think I got chills from when you said like Maeylik was different.
Yeah.
Looking back, like you obviously can't control what people will think to an extent, right? Like you can't control whether people are like for example, with my stuff, I don't really care whether people like or dislike it. I just hope it gets them thinking. I hope it's something that they've never seen before. I hope it gets the gears turning in their head.
Yeah.
If when it's all said and done, when your book has been written, when the final chapter is done, the back cover has been closed, signed, sealed, delivered, if you feel like Maeylik has been fleshed out to the fullest capacity and the fullest potential that it could have been, right? That has to be the most satisfying feeling.
Yeah.
And you'll never know how that feels because when your chapter's closed, obviously you can't feel. So you might as well take the steps towards that so that you can rest assured, right? Rest assured knowing that you have taken Maeylik as far as you wanted it to be. That's actually so crazy though. You know when they say make a name for yourself?
Yeah.
You literally made a name for yourself. in the most true sense.
And I still got more to do, man. Already done this much, and I still got more to do. I don't stop, bro. Seriously, when I die, bro, if there's ever a book, if I will write my own book. Seriously, I will.
Slow
When
down to
people
do that
will
too.
choose, when I'm gone, they don't know the man behind Maeylik anymore, right? When they look at a book, they're not gonna read the life of John. They're gonna look at Maeylik. They're gonna be like, the life of Maeylik. That's what they're gonna read. You know, it even sounds cool to say. That's because the meaning that I put into it, bro. Everything is symbolic. Everything, even the outfits I wear in my videos, symbolic, bro. They're iconic. Like, people be like, oh, you wear the same clothes every time, bro. Those clothes, people embed their feelings into the clothes. If they see this outfit, they'll know, this is motivational Maeylik. If they see this outfit, they'll be like, oh, that's the artist. That's the musical Maeylik.
So you have different outfits. I never noticed that.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I
wear different outfits for my skits. I wear different outfits or a different outfit, just one outfit. Different outfit for music, different outfit for motivationals, different outfit for skits. Because that's what people remember. It's about leaving, it's like the image is important, right? It kind of leads to legacy, right? That's what people see. So that's how people know you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as I was saying, like, the meaning that I've already put into Maeylik, like, people are already so interested, bro. When they hear the name Maeylik, they're like, damn, you know, that kid's special.
I've never heard of that before, right?
Exactly, bro. You never heard of that
This
before.
is
Like,
different.
like, you'll definitely hear of, like, oh, like, the life of Pratt or the life of Chris. But when have you ever heard the life of Maeylik? You never heard that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it. I thought everything through, bro. Everything. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like symbolic, basically, yeah. Because Maeylik, like I said, bro, it's not just a person, right? It's a symbol. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm being the best me I can be, but that doesn't mean you can be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? I will always say that I'm the best. I will always say that. Because nobody else is going to tell me that. You know, when people try to bring me down and say, you suck, I'm going to be the guy to pick myself up and say, no, you're the best. And just because I'm the best doesn't mean that I'm better than you. It just means I'm the best of me.
It's just
which means
mental tactic.
Exactly, right?
It's just positive affirmation.
Exactly, man, exactly. And just because I'm the best me doesn't mean you're not the best you. I mean, you can be the best you.
You should strive to be the best you.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying, right? Because I'm not taking nothing away from nobody. I'm just putting more into myself. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. But yeah, that's what Maeylik means. It's just me. You know, it's no special meaning. Like, oh, it doesn't mean like the ruler of this or like, you know, the boss of this or any of that. It's just me.
You know, I kind of disagree. I think that is special because it's special because you made it. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
special.
yeah. That's what I mean. Like, Maeylik
I
is
see what you
me
mean,
because
yeah.
I made it. You know what I mean?
That's really special.
Exactly. That's what makes it special. Because if it was just Maeylik, like let's just say like you just saw like the name, just Maeylik just on the wall, but I didn't exist, you'd be like, okay, whatever. I don't really care. I don't really care.
I'll pass it over.
But as soon as you know the meaning that I put, the hard work that goes into it, everything about Maeylik, the mentality, the spiritual side, you'll be like, damn, like Maeylik. You know what I'm saying? Maeylik. And like that's when the day I die, bro, all you'll hear is Maeylik. You know, Maeylik did that. Maeylik changed my life. Maeylik motivated me. Maeylik inspired me.
Yeah,
the haters will be like, damn, like Maeylik did it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad thing. Like, people will show love when I'm gone, but it doesn't matter because showing love at the end. You know what I'm saying? And I left a message, man. That's what matters, bro.
As long as they saw the message.
As long as they saw the message.
People can like hate or like they can have this negative mindset all they want.
Yeah.
As long as they reach that in the end, as long as they make the change for good.
Yeah.
As long as they finally see what was intended to be seen, they might think, oh man, I wish I would have appreciated this earlier.
Exactly, bro.
But
that's like.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say that's how people are. That's how everyone is. Even I'm like that. Like for example, I won't see how important the people around me are until they're gone. I don't even see it right now. Like I won't realize how important like my mom is to me until she's gone.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
Like,
because I already know that I'm gonna regret it and I'm going to miss her and I'm going to love her with my heart. I'm gonna cry for her. But when I see her in person, like I won't care. Like, isn't that crazy, bro? Like, And it's like, here's the thing.
It's not that you don't care. It's just you're not thinking in that mindset.
Yeah, you're not thinking that mindset, right? And like that's what I mean.
No
Like,
matter how much you love your family, no matter how much you try,
Yeah.
you can never replace what you have till it's gone.
until it's gone, yeah. And it's not like the situation where it's just gone until they come back. It's they're gone. Like I will never see her again. If Allah doesn't reunite us in Jannah, which is heaven,
Yeah.
I won't see her again. You know what I'm saying? And that's when it'll hit. Like damn, like I should have been more. You know, like I say this to myself. Like mom, like she's made her mistakes in her life, right? That affected me, but at the end of the day, like she's still my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like as much as I can hate on her and talk bad behind her back, like still my mom.
Like why? Yeah, why
Exactly.
talk bad about her?
Like,
What did that do?
It's like
right?
sometimes like it might make me feel better about myself to talk bad about her, but it doesn't do anything in the end. Because at the end of the day, like you don't know who they are. Like you don't know how they're thinking, right? In their mind, just because how they were raised, they're like, okay, yeah, I showed my entire love to my son, right? But in my perspective, I could be like, oh, like I see my friend's mom show way more love. My mom doesn't show that to me, but you don't know because my mom's like, no. In her head, she knows. She doesn't think, she knows that she's doing her best. But I can't see that, you know? And like, I think I've always been a man to put not just two, but as many perspectives as there are into account. I never see things through my own eye. I will always see it through yours and to God's. You know what I'm saying? How is he looking at it? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what I was saying. Like, people won't realize, like, the good they have until it's gone, bro. Like I'm gonna keep going into further detail about it, right? Because it's such an important topic, and I don't know if somebody can like watch this video and really relate to it, it'll be worth it.
That's incredible.
Exactly, you know.
Yeah.
You don't realize like how important like the people around you are until like they're just gone. Like until they don't see your messages anymore, or they don't call you anymore, they don't pick up your calls, and like
You don't go to
when
their
your
house.
parents die,
You can't go to your house and then you walk
Exactly,
in the
yeah.
door and you see them.
And then when your parents die, then you'll understand, like, damn, like, I'll never see her again, bro. Like, what you don't realize about your parents is, like, they're not just your parents. You know what I'm saying? They're their own people. They're in their own life trying to find their own happiness, you know?
Trying to find their own path.
And, like, the world is it's a tough place, man. Like, some people can figure stuff out right now when they're 5 years old. Some people can figure it out when they're about to die, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I was saying about my mom. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of hatred in my heart for a lot of people. A lot of people. I have a lot of anger in me, you know. And you don't see that because I'm very collected, right? But I have a lot of anger just to everyone, right? And I think it kind of clouds my judgment of my love. Like I have love for a lot of people. I can't show it. It's really hard for me. It's hard for everybody, like to show how much you mean. Because if you go up to your mom right now and you tell her and you hug her, I love you so much, right? That's what you say. And then, you know, you make a mistake and you're just like, oh, why did I say that? It's kind of cringe, right? But you don't know what that means to them, bro. Like, think about my parents sometimes. Like, you know, what if she did want that last piece of cake? You know, and I'm just metaphorically speaking, right? Just talking about cake, but that could mean so many more things, man. Like, what if she did want that last piece of cake, but
Last piece of cake can mean any different things to anyone.
exactly, man. It's subjective, just like
It's
art.
symbolic.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Symbolism, like you were talking about.
And yeah, man, I think to myself, I really hope that, I'll be able to give my mom the world, man. Seriously. Like, even my dad, like, I hate my dad, man. I hate my dad. But I still have love for him, you know what I mean? And if I was in the position where I could give him everything in the world, I would. I 100% would. Even to my mom, bro. Like, seriously, man. Like, I'm saying this as a fact. Like, I will buy her a house one day. I will buy her a car. I will make sure that she smiles, bro. And I haven't really seen her smile forever, bro. Seriously. Because she's so caught up in her work and her job and like her family problems and whatever, right? But I will be the one to buy her house. Just as she kept me inside of her house, I will buy her house. Like, not only will I buy her house, bro, I'll make sure she never has to work again. I will make sure that she can go to the store and know that she can buy whatever she wants. there's this one moment that was really important to me, right? We went to a store, and she needed to get these pills or vitamins, right? Because she has like an iron deficiency or whatever, right? And she saw the price of it, and this shit hurt my heart, right? I'm not gonna tear up. I don't want to tear up in my first podcast, right?
I'm not gonna judge you for it.
I know. And she's like, and she tried to play it off, right? She's like, oh, that's too expensive for me. I can't afford that, right? But it made me realize, like, she does so much for like me and my sister and stuff. Like, she can't afford her like what she
For
needs,
herself.
you know?
She can't
Because
take
like,
care of number one.
because she's a single mom right now, right? Doesn't have anyone, man. Like, and I'm not in her position, so I don't know how she feels, you know? So obviously, sometimes I'm gonna lash out and be like, oh, how come you don't buy me this? Which every kid does, right? But at the end of the day, like, she's a single mom, you know what I'm saying? She has to pay her house rent, her bills, whatever, her phone bills, whatever, right? She has to pay her debt off. And she's sacrifices so much from her plate to put on mine, you know what I'm saying? Just because of the fact that she's my mom, you know what I'm saying? And that goes back to how I won't be able to appreciate her until she dies, which is so unfortunate, because it's just how humans are, man. Like I'm wise beyond my years, bro. Like, I'm not saying that arrogantly, I'm saying that confidently. Like, I'm wise beyond my years. Like, and I know that I will regret it when she dies. Even if I bought her the house, car, everything like before, I'm still gonna regret not being able to do more.
You feel like you could always do more?
Always, bro. Always. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I wouldn't do for my parents. And I'm not gonna lie, like, part of me, like, my parents angered me, bro. Like, they made mistakes that affected me for my life. But I still love them, bro. I'd still do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's stories that people don't know about me and my family, like, that happens behind closed doors, what happened to me for so many years that people don't know. Like, I'm pain, bro. Like, I don't want to say crippled, right? But I have crippling pain, you know what I mean? It's like that pain where, like, you can't fix, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of got to accept it, you know what I mean? And that's the type of pain that my parents gave me. But
you don't think that if you talk to someone, you don't think that
no,
if you open
no,
up?
I mean, I'm talking to you, bro. Like, you don't need a counselor or anything to talk. I think what makes me feel better is just accepting the truth and knowing that just because they messed up doesn't mean I have to. Just because they, you know, wronged me doesn't mean I have to wrong them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, it's my parents.
You never know what the situation was.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And that comes into
it.
perspective, right? You don't know from their perspective how it was. That's why, bro, I don't hold, like, I have hatred in my heart, yes. I have a lot of, I don't want to say evil, right? But I have a lot of darkness in my heart. But I'm never going to hurt anybody. I'm never going to bring my parents down. Never going to, you know, make them feel bad about it, right? But yeah, man, I'm like, you, like, I got a burp, man. Hold up. I'm telling this to the camera right now. This is a recorded date. It's September 13th right now. September 13th.
2021.
2021. It's Monday today.
Like 5 p.m.
In a while. I don't know how long it'll be, but it'll happen. I will buy my mom a house. I will buy my mom her car. I will pay off all of her debts. I will fix her body. You know what I'm saying? Like, the pain that she has, the deficiencies, the things she lacks, I will fix. You know, she will walk one day with her back straight and her head high. You know what I'm saying? I will do that. And I think that's, like, just so much more respectable. You know what I'm saying? And I think we could end the podcast right there, man.
Yeah, I think we touched on a lot of deep stuff, and I'm glad that you were able to open up, because you know, a lot of people, it's difficult for them. But yeah, we were able to touch on a lot of stuff, like our creative process, how we feel about self-promotion, inspiration, motivation, discipline. We touched on quite a few different topics, and thank you for watching, thank you for listening in whatever format you might be listening to. And I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier, but
you know, once you get Maeylik, you know it's always real.
Do you want to put in a plug for any, like, social media?
No plugs, man.
Sorry?
Be yourself. That's all it is. No plugs. No plugs needed, you know what I'm saying? Find your happiness. That's all it is, man.
I respect that. I respect that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at Thoughts Unchained Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Check out our website at thoughtsunchained.buzzsprout.com. It's in the Instagram link. You can check it out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon, a bunch of different platforms. And thank you for tuning in, and hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, keep your head in the clouds. Let's go.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm glad I didn't forget the ending part.
Yeah, man. The outro's important, man.